I was heated, so I got in his face and I was like, look, bro, I'm gonna take my car back because you're giving me too many problems with me letting you use my car. My only thought is to whoop his ass. Like, that's my only thought. Like, look, you're not gonna sneak me like this, break my car and tell me I gotta fix it.
We have the plaintiff here, Joshua Marks. You are suing your former co-worker, Ryan Messenger, for $3,600 for car damage and towing fees. The defendant, Ryan, you are countersuing for $720 for rental payments and personal property. Let's start with you, Joshua. What is your case?
Good morning, Judge. I'm a professional boxer. The way I met Ryan was I was hired at a hotel. I noticed Ryan was standing out. You know, he didn't have a ride, you know, so I offered him a ride. And I asked him, you know, hey, why you don't have a car? You know, he said, well, my girlfriend has the car. You know, we only have one car and she goes to school. She's going to need it. And I had another car at the house, my old car, the car I used to drive to work in, you know, so I was just like, well, I'll let him use my car, you know, and he said, you know, it would make his life a lot easier. So we made an agreement that he pays me $200 a month, but the other agreement was that he would fix anything that happened to the car. So he agreed and I gave him the car and he used the car, you know, I want to say 3 months total. The first problem he had was he caught a flat tire, you know, and he called me. And he asked me if I had a warranty on the tires, you know, and I just told him, you know that's something you need to cover because you flattened the tire. The second problem we had with the car was Ryan called me and he said the car wouldn't start. I'm 2 hours away, man. Just start the car. There's nothing wrong with it. I got in the car and as soon as I started the car, tried to start it up, it started up, you know. So at that point I was heated, so I got in his face and I was like, look, bro, I'm gonna take my car back because you're giving me too many problems with me letting you use my car. I gave you the car so that you didn't have any problems and you're causing me more problems.
So you mean all you did is you turned the ignition and the car started?
As soon as I started it up, it started up.
It's a 20-year-old car and the ignition doesn't start, so literally every time you get in the car, you would have to just, what he would always tell me is just keep turning the ignition. It'll turn on eventually, so it's not like it was just but yes, that's how it went. When he got there, he sat down in the car and first turned it on, which was kind of frustrating for me as well.
I was just mad. I just want to get my car back from him. So I left it at that. I gave him the keys. I was like, all right, man, you know. He calls me and he says that the belt broke on the car. So he sent me a picture of the car jacked up and looked like he was under the car working on it, you know. So he was like, yeah, I was trying to fix it, you know, but I can't fix it, so I'm gonna need you to tow it, you know. So I ended up having to tow the car from his house to the mechanic shop. And he checked the car and he told me it was a lot more than just the belt that was wrong with it. I guess that he said when Ryan broke the serpentine belt, it ended up making the car overheat and he drove it with the belt broken, which broke the radiator. He tried to fix it before he got it back to me, and that's what made broke the alternator.
All of that's absolutely not true. I was less than 5 minutes away from my house when the serpentine belt snapped on the car. It's a pretty easy thing to diagnose. It's the belt that drives.
Did you fix it?
I was unable to fix it, so when I first started renting the car, he assured me over and over again, this car's not going to give you any problems. I just put $1,800 into the engine. It's good. You're good to go. No problems. And it was just problem after problem first.
Judge Jerry, this is what Ryan told. Ryan told me he needed a car to get to and from work. Instead of Ryan using that car for that, Ryan used this car to go to road trip after road trip.
I was paying to rent the car. He said, you do your own thing. So I took it on one road trip. We drove from San Diego to Calexico. It's like
how far is that?
Less than 200 miles. It's like
more than 200 miles. Got you there and back just fine, right?
On the way to Calexico, the window stopped going down.
We're at work and I'm showing Ryan the bill. I'm like, listen, bro, you said that you agreed to pay for whatever you broke, so this is what it cost you to pay me.
That's a lie. I didn't agree to that.
When we're at work, I'm like, Ryan's telling me that I'm responsible for him breaking my car. So at that point in time, I'm like,
break your car.
My only thought is to whoop his ass. Like, that's my only thought. Like, look, you're not gonna sneak me like this, break my car and tell me I gotta fix it.
What is your countersuit?
The $200 per month for the 3 months I've paid.
So you paid him $600 in that.
This text message is from Ryan, where he states that the car broke while it was in his possession.
First of all, because there was no written agreement on this, it is very hard for me to decipher exactly what the agreement was about who should be responsible for what goes wrong with the car and when it goes wrong. If there were some things that you were trying to fix on the car that didn't work and you made the matters worse, that would be your responsibility, Ryan. Some of these problems are the responsibility of you, Joshua, the owner of the car. Some of them. On your countersuit, Ryan, you agreed to rent the car for $200 a month. So for the months you had that car, Joshua is entitled to those $200. You paid him $600 ahead of time. Did you have it for the third month?
I didn't even make it the whole second month, Judge.
Okay, so that was your
February-
bad luck. You were driving the car in all of January, parts of February. You owe those $400. I'm not going to put all the damages on Ryan because it's certainly not clear to me that it was his fault for all of that stuff going wrong in a 19-year-old car. So my judgment is for the plaintiff, $1,000.